Okay, what is this? Wednesday. It's a beautiful time for some Choctology while everyone else is at the IRS shindig practice session. And someone needs to be here and giving them hell. So that's what we're going to do today. Oh, wait. Oh, Wednesday street cleaning. Shit. Okay. Do not park. Okay. Gotcha. Well. Okay. Simple enough. All right. Hold on. Excellent. Here we are. All right. That'll work. Hold on one second. All right. We are good. All right. Take two. Hello, Vegas Andrews. Hi, this is really happening. Great to see you. Let's take a walk around this place, see what's going on. Hey, Lorraine. I'm gonna give him some stuff to wash off today. Hi, Rachel. Super Pup. All right. Super Pup. That's a great name. Anyone catch Surge's live? I mean, yeah, his live today. Not the one at the IRS, but Thank you, Marcia. Hi, hey girl. Incineration Nation, baby. Hey, Selfless. I heard the news. You'll be back here for the Viper Room gig. I can't wait. In fact, I'm even going to start a band and put you on the flyer just to make you come back after the next time you leave. I'm going to save my good work for the other side of the street. But I figured if I'm going to do a loop around here every time, give them something to clean up. Prick bastards. Can you imagine what they got in here in these trash cans? Thank you, Elizabeth. Hi, Sue. Fluffer squirrel, the absolute greatest. Boy, I am lucky guy. But yeah, I'm speechless how awesome Surge is. I mean, is he not saying every single thing that Laura and I spoke of yesterday? Oh, great to see you, Sue. Hey, Gil. Perfect. Yeah, I am so excited. I got my ticket. I don't know if you heard. I bought the first ticket. Hi, Windy City. right, Magnus. The party can start. Magnus is here. I figure it's my responsibility to be here for all the people like me that pass out by 9:30 or 10 o'clock. You guys have to have something to follow. I let all the kids rock this thing till 11 at night. I've counted my last sheep by about 10 o'clock. Oh, wow, Selfless. That means the world, man. I can't tell you how cool it is, too. Like, everything you said, you know, Selfless is, and DOA are the reason I'm here. So, you know, to hear that kind of praise is amazing. Yeah, it's just, I felt so incredible yesterday with Laura, and then, you know, the bonus was chilling with Tori. I mean, she's got balls of steel. She was doing this when it was actually dangerous to do it. Oh, okay. Well, thank God, Magnus. Yeah, thank God the replay crew can stay awake for a minute. Oh, thank you, Yo-Yos. Yeah, it felt so good. That was like the most healing, crazy, disgusting, and totally fun thing I've ever done in 30 years. It was so healing and so disturbing and so crazy and so fun. I don't even have a way of describing it, but to be able to talk. I mean, it's been 35 years, 40 years since I've even really said much of what I said yesterday in the way I said it. And to have Laura just fire back at me and know what I'm talking about. Was just amazing. and she knows my pain. It's just like, wow, I'm so upset someone else has to know it, but at the same time, it really made me feel good to not be solo in this mess.
Talking about that place?
This piece of shit right here.
Cool.
Yep. It's
When I got out of school, I went back to school to learn about my addictions and stuff, right?
uh-huh.
And they were pitching to my school, East LA College.
Ooh.
And they said, "Come over. We got a drug and alcohol addiction course."
Was it the purification rundown?
You know, it's been a minute,
Okay.
but it came with like all these little packets that
Uh-huh.
they wanted us to hand out, talking about. I think their slogan was like, "What drugs are really about, or something like that.
Okay.
And inside there, and I don't care if you record either.
Cool. Yeah, just a live stream I have going.
So I went there. I met with some other people, and I wasn't so much interested in the Scientology, but this course seems pretty cool.
Sure.
But underneath the whole program, they were trying to scout people to come into the Scientology. Like on top of it, like on top of trying to teach you about your addiction and what's going on. And I mean, there was some truth there.
Right.
But then all of a sudden, bam, wanted to get you in.
And you saw that. I love it.
Yeah, and it was cool. I stopped distributing the packet, but I was like, it was a lot of thought behind it, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like deep thought, like a lot of money, and there was a lot of class. I started seeing people from the schools and other programs that I went to. They all kind of gathered, so their feelers were out there for me.
Well, one thing is they can't come direct at anybody because it's savagely evil from top to bottom, and it's all mind control. I mean, it makes the CIA proud. It's literally 1-2 years of this. If you do the first 6-7 courses, you're stuck. And so what they have to do, they bring people in through, you want to be an actor, have free acting class, or you want to be a model, like they're doing that BS right now in North Hollywood to the Latino community, trying to get them in there. You don't want to be a model? It's all BS, and it's all just to get your dough. And it's just mind control. There's nothing else to it. Like, here's what people spend $2 million finding out, right? Because it's a scheme where each course costs more than the one before, But now you're gonna get the real stuff. And like the top of the whole bullshit, they got this thing called the bridge, right? And the very top of it is this thing called OT8. So there's OT levels called operating Thetan. That means you can be apart from your body. You can go cruise anywhere you want. You're literally in control of matter, energy, space, and time. That's like Magneto or something, right? I mean, that's so ridiculous. That means I could melt this building with a fart, right? Wow. So, but what do you learn on the Truth Revealed? What is because it's all out. But they don't have access to internet or anything else, and they fix all the computers so you can't get anywhere. But so the people who are actually working there don't know this stuff. But it's now that you know who you aren't, you're ready to know who you really are. So I just saved you $1 million and 10 years, okay? Well,
thank you, brother.
And let me just say, I'm really happy to hear that you saw through this. And if you want to do me a huge favor, anytime someone brings up the word Scientology, just go, man, cult. My whole family was destroyed by this place.
Man, I'm sorry.
I appreciate that. And I grew up in it, so I had no choice. And it's child abuse like you can't imagine. Man. They treat kids, their whole thing here is, they say you've been around trillions of years. So they say you're not a kid. You're a billion years, trillion years old. You just happen to have a small body right now. Right. Okay, but you've been doing this a billion times. So they treat you like an adult. And on the surface, it's sort of cool as a kid. You're like, oh, I can go to bed when I want or whatever. But the truth is, they then have you do this auditing where I'm asking questions and doing these processes that are supposed to help you, okay? Long story short, but I'm 8, 9, 10 years old, and it's savagely inappropriate. Wow. I have to listen to things that people did that are just disgusting and debased and horrific, and you're 9 or 10 years. It's insanity how they treat you, and these people can't escape. They take your passport.
Right there,
doesn't even know. And you know what? Because they get you. This is how they get you with that simple personality test that I'm sure you've heard about or seen.
They were doing in the mall. I was getting my shoes clean or taking some photos, and they had that little pipe thing and grab it and
okay.
Something's up with that thing, right? I mean, I forget exactly what, but it's
this personality test. Oh,
like
yeah. Here's what it is in a nutshell. Okay, it's like 200 questions, but it's actually genius because it allows them to completely locate your ruin, like what's really messing you up. So, like, it'll show that your relationships are weak, or you have family issues, right? Your communication issues, drug issues, whatever. And so they have a course. It just so happened to have a course that basically is called whatever your problem is, right? And it's only like $30.
Oh,
and you're like, hey, shit, man, okay. You know, and plus you guys are listening to me. That sounds cool. And your life starts going better whenever you do anything, right? You know, maybe you stop drinking 3 bottles a night and all of a sudden things are better. And you go in and people are nice and cool. They don't come after you right away. It's all chill. And you're like, man, this is okay. This is okay. But it's all generalized BS. And then once you hit actual Scientology, everything's a preemptive strike to put you in a position where you're comfortable doing things you don't want to do and making other people do things they don't want to do. And that ain't natural. And that takes a year or two to get that in you through all these drills that they make you do over and over again. Wow. It is psycho. Okay? It is psycho. So please tell anybody and everybody this is a piece of crap.
There's a couple documentaries I saw. One of them spearheaded by that awesome woman who was on a TV show.
Oh, Leah Remini? Leah Remini? Yeah.
She's doing some gnarly work.
Yeah, she's amazing. And that was real ballsy. She came out and blasted this place. But a lot of people have, and this movement is just getting bigger and bigger.
Tom Cruise still involved with them?
Oh, yeah.
That's weird.
That knucklehead.
He snapped out of that by now.
No.
Did, right?
Yeah, oh, well, no, he's still in. Because here's the thing. You say all your secrets that ever happened to you ever with all these drills and shit, right? This auditing you do. So they got folder after folder of everything you ever shoved up your ass and anything you ever did. And they'll come out with it if you leave. Blackmail. Yes, thank you.
What about Beck?
Well, he grew up in it. Oh, okay. They allow him for some reason to say he ain't even a Scientologist when his entire family is, and he grew up in it.
What happened with your family? Are they out?
No, they're dead.
Sorry, bro.
I appreciate that, but yeah, they all died of cancer, and that's another thing. When you go clear, you know, it means you don't have this reactive mind. You have an analytical mind and a reactive mind. It gets rid of the reactive mind, and now all things are good. You're supposed to have perfect recall, never get sick, get a higher IQ.
And if you do, you did something wrong.
Thank you. You got it, baby. Right. That's amazing.
You just didn't follow the program right.
Oh my God, you got it. You know what? We're not even joking. That's perfect. Yeah. That's LRH, what you just said. That's L. Ron Hubbard. That's literally, how it is if the tech, if it doesn't work, it's because you are out ethics. You're doing bad shit. But if any gain you accidentally get, because like I said, you stop drinking 3 bottles a night, it's because of that.
Stay blessed.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Oh, that was so cool. That makes today worth it. Well, it was awesome. That was so cool. I hope you guys were able to hear that. That was sweet. Okay. Did you see how that guy did you see how he knew? He finished my sentence. If you don't get the gains, it's because of you. A guy who's never been in was able to finish that sentence. Oh, that's awesome. Woo! That felt good. That was so cool. Yeah, I'm never walking around. I'm never doing a lap here again without giving them stuff to clean up. My chalk tech is having a little bit of trouble though, because this holder, if it gets caught down in there, I have a hell of a time getting it out. Come on, dude. God damn it. Shit. This is how to operate a chalk. God damn it. Yeah, this chalk holder is just screwing me up. Damn it. But yeah, I was just fascinated by with Laura. That was and hearing Serge just crush on this. You know, I didn't even know how widespread this was, because when I was a kid doing this crap, we were few and far between. But don't forget, kids pay the same price as adults, so they're happy to put you on any course. They don't care. Yeah, it just eats it where I can't get the end of it out of there. But it makes sense. You grow up in here, you can't figure out how to get chalk out of a thing. Thank you, Yo-Yos. I agree with that. Yeah, I think people are just finding out how truly insidious this is. You know, Laura, I mean, we were finishing each other's sentences with the abuse. It's just incredible. It's about 150 times about 150 times more pressure and stress and anxiety than any kid should ever have to deal with. Did you see Grant Cardone's daughter? He parades up on stage. 10 years old, man. You're a little kid. You know. Just sick. Sick bastards. F you. American Lunatic Foundation. But this is the kind of stuff, you know, us born-ins think about too, okay? There's lots of clears, right? They all are supposed to have perfect recall and higher IQ and never get sick. You don't go here, do you? Hopefully not. Oh, okay. I hope you're trying to rescue someone out of here. Looks like a car ready to take someone away who's had enough of this crap. But yeah, could you imagine? I want you guys to just really put this into your skull so you can start getting some idea of what it's like to be a Scientologist. Everyone gets sick every 3 weeks, okay? Can't remember anything and has a room temperature IQ at best. And you're clear. So you got to act like that. LRH even said you have to act above board and all good when you are clear. Why would you have, because you want to put the right impression out there, why would you have to put on any kind of act? Why? If it was real. Look at these guys, they got no heat, they got no air conditioning, and they got to keep their windows closed, and you know, you got probably 5 bunks of 3, so you got 15 people sleeping in a room. You got a Foot Locker you can put a Snicker bar in if you had enough money to get a Snicker bar. Yeah, selfless. That was just amazing. It's amazing. I could just fire off crap that's on the top of my head, you know. You know, why do you have to have your sec checks at Flag instead of AO or ASHO? Like, to just drop some crap like that, and for her to be dropping the vernacular with the DBs, you know, degraded beings, valence, the way you're acting, all these different things I haven't heard in so long. And it's like, just a trip. You have to ask. Nice. Oh, nice. Wow. Yep. I mean, that's Scientology for you. You can assume everyone's family is totally screwed. I never knew anyone who had a family that wasn't nuts. Everyone thought my family was the one that wasn't nuts. We were completely psychotic. Oh, this is fantastic. Can't get enough of that good stuff. I gotta get another chalk here. Oh, someone opened their window. I'm gonna write the number so you can see it easy. You know, this might be the hardest thing in the world to do, just to get the ball rolling, because we're dealing with so much fear. I heard even AA Ron on his live today say that he doesn't expect a single Sea Org member to come out. He thinks they're too ingrained, you know, and that's why we need everybody, because, you know, He needs to do what he thinks makes sense, and I need to do what I think makes sense. And no matter how hard it is, if you want to get this place, if you want to finish this place, if you want to see it come undone, you have to get the staff out. We could stop another person from coming in here, and they have money to last till 2370. 2370 without bringing in $1. So the idea that we could cut them off and choke them is not even close. No chance in hell that's going to happen. Zero. So if you want to know 0% chance, but now does that mean I still want that, because there's nothing more important than making sure new people don't get caught up in this shit. So we need to do everything. But no matter how hard it is, just think about this. If you're super, super depressed, you're super down, your world sucks, okay, and you lose your best buddy who finally had enough because he didn't get to go to his mom's funeral, okay? Someone doesn't go get to see their mom's funeral because their stats were down or whatever it is. There's going to be that day where someone just bolts. And if that was your best buddy, I mean, you guys saw how depressed I was when Selfless left. And I knew him for 4 days. Okay, imagine if it's someone that's been in here with you, okay, for 20 years, 30 years, and you go see their bunk and it's gone. You guys saw Escape from Alcatraz. You know what I'm saying? The look on that dude's face when he pussed out and didn't go. And then he sees that everyone else left. He's like, oh no. That's what's going to tip this. It just takes one person, and then the next guy goes. Now there's 2 people there. Are you kidding me? This will be like the most ferocious cancer that ever happened. And there's no stopping it once it starts. So I don't give a shit how long it takes. This is how this place will come unraveled, in my opinion. They have way too much. And don't forget, Miscavige doesn't give a crap about this. He doesn't care who goes up the bridge. He knows it leads nowhere. He's been on OT3 for 30 years. There's hi Saul, nice to see you, bro. Yeah, so gotta get another chalk here. There we go. So I don't care how someone goes about anything. We need everything. We need everyone's ideas, and they're all incredibly valuable and put together. They all mean something. But I want this place stopped, and the only way that can happen is if they lose the staff, because you can't replace these people. Okay, you just can't replace them. Oh wow, look at these windows open. Check it out. Is that open? Looks like it. Yeah. Oh God, you know how bad they want some fresh air? And you know they don't care about these rooms. I bet it all smells like feet and ass. I'm telling you, we get a couple people out, it's just gonna snowball. It's gonna snowball. You can't replace these people. And then guess what happens? You can't even run your real estate scam when you don't have a church that's operational. Okay? The only way this thing stops is by getting the staff out of here. That's it. And don't forget, there's not just going to be this mass exodus of 2, 3, 4, 5% at some point, but the disharmony that's going to sow is going to be fantastic. It's going to be fantastic. You know, once you know people have left and your stats, I mean, you couldn't keep your stats up before. Okay? And now people are gone. The hell are you supposed to do? There's no way you can keep a smile on your face and keep working. At some point, you're going to be absolutely just out of energy. And imagine if you see your buddy down here doing chalktology and he got to eat a triple chili cheeseburger today. He got to have his toes in the sand yesterday. He talked to his sister for the first time in 20 years. You know, he's hugging and smiling and laughing. Paul, please. Are you kidding? You know what that's going to do? Do you know what that's going to do? It's going to take this is like a game of, I look at it like this, guys. You tell me what you think in the comments. But I think, to me, this is like a game of, what's that called? Jenga? Is that what that's called? You know, where that thing could be 10 feet tall. Thing could be 10 feet tall, and you take out the wrong piece and the whole thing comes crumbling. Or 2 pieces are all that you need for the whole thing to come crumbling. No matter how big it is. And why I believe nothing can stop it when it starts. How are you going to tell people to stay while you're in the midst of mistreating them? All they do is turn up the heat. Okay, so if a couple people get out of here, believe me, they're going to turn up the heat. Red alert, DEFCON 5. This place is going to be so damn miserable. They're going to make it so much easier for us. Okay, they're going to be doing the work for us real soon. Because don't forget, they have to follow the tech, which means it's 100% failure. Imagine if you need to get something done and you have to follow the instructions of a failed black magic drug-addled idiot. Good luck. Oh, cool. MD's here? Bitchin'. Yeah, we need to get a metal band going with MD and DOA. They could break the speakers. Yeah, I mean, I gotta check it out. Like I say, I don't have the answers. Don't get me wrong. I have no answers. I just know, in my eyes of being around this crap for a half a century, the only way it goes down is by taking the people out, because you can't replace them. Back when I was in, you could replace these people. You can't do it anymore. But don't forget, they still treat everyone like dog shit. So, you know, that there's an expiration date on that, even if we weren't here. Hi, how you guys doing? Good. There's definitely an expiration date on this if we never did anything. Okay? You know, they cannot replace these people. They're getting one person in for every 10 they lose. Yeah, I hate going downtown. Absolutely hate it. And I don't know where I'm going. But I mean, I could have my, Google tell me. But then you got to pay $20 to park, and I hate going down there. So I just figure I'm better spent here until the real one. Maybe I'll get my ass down there next week if I can. But for a practice run, I figure I'd just rather be here. I mean, if it's the real thing, that's a different story, Wow, there's actually people with windows open. I wonder if they get in trouble for that. But it's hotter than hell. How are they supposed? But you think everyone would have a window open, right? Okay, I see. Yeah, it's just my reality. Like I said, everyone's going to have a different viewpoint, especially if you've been in this thing. And they're all perfectly valid. So, I mean, everyone should do what they feel makes sense. If you want to save a life today, stop someone from going in here. I mean, they couldn't be doing anything more valuable than what they're doing. But my sole focus here, because I think the new people not coming are in good hands. But I don't care how long it takes. If I can reach one person here, I know I'm going to start something. And if it's the right person, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Like I said, selfless goes. And, you used to have magic, because this is how it is. You'd have Aaron, Natalie, me, Lara, Serge, okay, and Nora, in one of these rooms, okay. What happens when you take selfless out? What happens when you take DOA out? You don't think you can feel that? The room just comes, the space goes to shit. And then everyone's mood goes down even further, and it gets even harder to BS, okay? Oh, wow. That's so cool, Fluffer. Thanks for sharing that with me. Wow. Tandra, that's trippy. Oh, that makes me feel so good. So then you got Natalie and Aaron and me and Lara left, and then you take Aaron out, and then Lara and Natalie. Do you think I'd be able to hang? No one could hang in there. Nobody. You start this ball rolling, and there ain't no stopping it. It's like that. I look at it like this is going to be that ball, in Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Once that ball starts cruising down there ain't no stopping it. I mean, Miscavige used to go absolutely insane, punching and kicking and screaming and shouting when things were fantastic, when they were never better. Imagine how it is now. And he knows this thing is short-lived, man. We get one little hole in this, and he's got trouble. This is like putting a hole in a spacesuit. This is a hole in your aerosol can. A tiny hole is all you need. Absolutely, Tandra. And you can't really do something that you don't feel is, working or worth it anyway, right? How do you keep your, you can't keep yourself focused with that. And I love that we got people of all ages. It's not just old farts, We desperately need Jessica and Chris and all. That's really important. Okay. All right. Time to write some more goodies. Let's see. Hello. Oh, thank you, Jen. Hi, Clearwater Erie. Thanks for coming. Thank you, mods. You guys are so awesome. You know, another thing that's not talked about, you could have severe acrimony with your family. That was all because you joined this cult, right? So you think you can't go back to them or they won't help you. But they're thinking the whole time that you won't hear them, okay? Someone just says hi to their mom again, you can reconnect in 2 seconds. I mean, you really don't hold grudges of people that you truly love. Especially if a lot of time has passed. Even my batshit father calmed down a little bit, you know? I know. hot out here. Oh, thank you, Rachel. That's so cool of you. And SO means Sea Org. Whew. Man, that's a back-breaking SOB right there. I don't see DOA's van anywhere. That's what I'm hoping, Fluffer. Chalk Tech 10. Thank you, Treasure. This combination of this crazy soup we got here is gonna work. I can feel it. We just have to hit the right buttons, you know. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Thanks, High Seas. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, brother. Man, I can't tell you what it means to have people just, you know, walking down the street going like, well, what way to go. I mean, if people who know nothing know this, you can't tell me these people. And here's the thing. People will put up, like I said, with mistreatment. If you're the kind of person who was willing to dedicate your life to helping others, and you're mind controlled into thinking it's going to be really, really hard job and only the tigers survive, and you need to buck up, you know, and you know, you could put up with a lot, but if you know there's no gains to be had, if you've attested to clear or some kind of crap like that, or even like me, I never went clear, but I knew it's because it was BS. There was no way to get there. I started doing what I could to not go in session. You know, and it's going to be something really simple, like the same day someone attested to some BS gains, okay, and then gets screamed at for the 7th time that day. And then, even though their stats are up, they say that the range is too low, so they're still penalized, and they don't get their liberty. You can't afford a pack of smokes, and then they scream at you to get your worthless ass out here and clean up this N theta, is what they would call our beautiful chalk tech. And you read that message I just wrote, tell me that wouldn't kick your ass. That's exactly right, Treasure. And keep in mind, all the people that have your back are gone. You've made sure of it, and they've made sure of it. And what did you hear from Laura and me and everybody and Serge today? We all faked the funk. That's all we did. Just like Grant Cardone's daughter. I told you I wouldn't break. I could listen to the most depraved, horrific crap on earth at 10 years old and hang in there and tell you everything's fine. You know, write up my worksheets, give them to the CS, and and then get a very well done. And then get a very well done on my session. And then what did we all do when we got home, Or Natalie, and who else was it? Crying in the bathroom. And you know how strong Natalie is. Are you kidding me? You know how strong Aaron is. I mean, he's gone through hell. But they were all able to put up with that crap. We all put up with it. Oh, yeah. But you see how they can't come at you normal like any other, like a real church is going to say, hey, this is what we believe. Here's a book, if you dig it, come get some. You know, 9 out of 10 people who get involved in Scientology over the last 20 years came in via one of their scams. You know, wanted to be an actor, wanted to be a model, wanted to be whatever, you know. And then they act like they're going to help you and then sell you some shit. And don't forget, every word out of their mouth, they're told to lie. They know they're lying. Just like if you're clear and you heard someone say, or someone says, hey, is the clear cognition actually blah, blah? You have to say no. Just like when they say, hey, is this Xeno shit real? You have to say no. So I would love to see what happens when that person gets to OT3, who's already been told the Xeno thing's a ruse, and then their only excuse is, well, we couldn't tell you that because you'd get pneumonia and die. And the guy goes, no, the reason I'm going to die is the $500,000 it cost me. Okay? To get this shit. I mean, and it's even a bad story. Like, if it was, Star Wars was a rockin' story. What kind of crap Battlefield Earth? Battlefield Earth, one of the most embarrassing movies ever made by an absolute shite writer. I mean, Hubbard was literally garbage. I would give him credit if he wasn't. And maybe he was okay at times, but all the tapes I heard, he was out of his mind, ripped. And I want messages that people can get behind. You know, if you don't feel the anger, you're not going to dig the message. That's another thing. You know, there needs to be, you get more flies with honey, right, than vinegar. But again, I'm not saying that we shouldn't be screaming at everybody. That's a wonderful thing. It's definitely going to keep new people from starting, and that's the only way to keep new people from getting in there. You just got to shake them out of that real quick and shake the hell out of their tree, you know? That's for the Sea Org members who are trapped in here. For the Scientology, their staff is called Sea Org, and they're literally trapped in here. And, they work 120-hour weeks for $47 a week. That's not a joke. Nothing in Scientology works, so there's no exchange, you know. The whole idea was, well, you can go up their bridge to freedom for free by working here, you know. But next thing you know, you don't have a passport. You know, if you have a passport, they hold on to it.
Do you work here?
No, hell no. But my family was destroyed by this place. So
This is like government place?
this is Scientology.
Yes, but it's government. It belongs to government, right?
It's a what?
It belongs to government. It's not
No, it doesn't belong to the government.
It's
No.
private.
Yeah.
You have to take out. But anyway, good luck to you, man.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, good luck.
Appreciate that. Thank you. They read that whole message. Like I said, the right guy at the right time has to clean that off. Boom. Here we go now. And all Scientologists will tell you about, you know, being embarrassed for Scientology, even when you were in it 100%. And I remember, you know, everyone had to say how much they loved Battlefield Earth. And that was one of the most embarrassing. I mean, if you can sit through 20 minutes of Battlefield Earth, you literally deserve like $1,000. Because that's just the roughest thing ever. I believe that, Treasure. And you know what? It makes sense, too. If you do a little bit of research on that guy, he failed at absolutely everything. So what, all of a sudden he got everything right? I don't buy that. You know, if he was an admiral, you know, full bird and did all kinds of crazy cool crap, that's one thing, you know, and was a black belt in 10 disciplines and spoke 14 languages and was a Cherokee and hey baby. Hey baby girl. You know, but think about this. He shelled an island that there was nobody on. I mean, one of the craziest, stupidest things ever done in the history of the Navy. He literally had like pigeon-toed, athlete's foot, heartburn. Nothing happened to him. Okay, he didn't break his back. He didn't go blind. None of that crap. Okay, it's all lies. But I mean, right after that, what did he do? He didn't just go to Scientology. Okay. He was with Jack Parsons from the Jet Propulsion Laboratory and Crowley. And he failed at black magic. He couldn't make that shit work. Okay? Everything he touched went to crap. He took Parsons' girl. I don't know how he did that. And stole a shitload of his money. That's what he did. He was a grifter, a thief, a criminal. And then all of a sudden he just, you know, come on. He had so much help with this. So much help. When you go to the exhibit, the bullshit exhibit that looks like the same exact exhibit, you could just switch out LRH, his pictures with the leader of North Korea, and it would be perfect. You wouldn't miss a beat. They bullshit his military record, and then they say the real one, which anyone can get for $40 in a FOIA request, they say it's sheep dipped. That's the word they use. Okay, that means it's been changed and altered. Yeah, bullshit. And so, and also, Tommy Davis said that he was in jail the day he was supposed to, one of those days he was in prison. He was in a Hollywood Slammer. He was literally, he got in a fight. He got his ass whooped on Hollywood Boulevard. Someone left him where they found him, and his stupid ass was in jail. Well, that was supposed to be when he was in the hospital bed, blind with a broken back. Can't be both places at once, Chief. So the whole thing's based on a lie. You don't even have to go any further to know it's all bullshit. They can see this real easy from their window. Oh yeah, I remember that. Love Maddie, yeah. My understanding is that the little Davy who micromanaged the making of that dud blamed Travolta. Oh, that's fantastic. I love that. That's so perfect. I mean, every last thing is BS. But I think he had a lot of help, and I think he had a lot of backing that none of us know about to this day. Like if it came out 10 years from now that this whole thing was a CIA op, I wouldn't blink an eye. Okay, because I really believe he's too stupid to do any of this on his own. He had to have a lot of backing, money, and direction. I think he was a figurehead dipshit, and he was willing to risk, for the money. He was willing to go along with it. I literally just don't think he's capable of this. And when a lot of the later OT levels, when they were written, he was smoking 140 cigarettes a day, and how many OxyContins and heroin and coke and everything. He had how many prescriptions going? Who knows? Yeah, well, if you get sick, believe me, you take a whole bunch of pills, aspirin, Tylenol, whatever, Advil, NyQuil, and try to act like you're not sick, okay? Because if you're sick, that means you're PTS, you're potential trouble source, which means you're connected to a suppressive person, which means they're going to find out who that person is, and you're going to have to disconnect from them or handle it. But the handle is simply an ultimatum, and we all know how well ultimatums handle things. Two sandwiches. How you doing? If OTs audit body thetans so they can leave, where do they go? Wouldn't they just attach to someone else and have to be audited again on whomever else? I'm sorry. I can't even read this crap without laughing. It's so silly. That's a legit question. That makes perfect sense to me, two sandwiches. Yeah. Check out this lady reading this stuff as she walks by. Yeah, I think 2 sandwiches is onto something. That might be a good way to start OT9. Okay, now you're good to go. But what about your dog or your buddy? Now they need a body thetan shampooing on OT9. Amy, that's why they don't go to the ER when they have stroke or cardiac symptoms. That's exactly right. Well, that and they have no damn insurance and don't have a dollar to their name. That doesn't help. I think 2 sandwiches.
Yeah.
I think 2 sandwiches might have cracked the code, actually, because, okay, you're auditing them off of you, but don't forget, now you still got the drug-addled ones you got to get rid of, okay, on, I think it's OT5, all your hungover and hammered body thetans, because they don't wake up right away. You know, you got to wrestle them up out of bed. And then you find out that the case that you were auditing was the body thetans case. They mocked it up, so you don't even have that issue. And you already found out you made up your own case when you went clear. So the truth is, you have no issues. You're perfectly good to go when you start, because that's where you end up. But you're just 2 million shy, absolutely batshit with no friends and no family. They never really say the reason. I've never heard the reason why they attach to you. Let's see. CLS, what made you leave? How long were you in? I was born in, and I figured out it was all bullshit by the time I was 12, 13. But my family was in, so I couldn't say nothing. I'm wondering if it's easier to get through the OT levels now because there's so many people that there has to be far less body thetans attached to you. You know, if there was only 1 billion people, you could have, you know, plenty of them. But now there's 8 billion. You have 8 times less body thetans. I heard that OT9 was supposed to be a driving course. And OT10 was the course on how to fix broken doors. I wouldn't doubt that. Thank you, Fluffer. I guess there's only so many body thetans on you. I've never heard any answer to that. Yeah, I've heard some of those stories, but I don't even know how. I can't really reconcile those stories either because I think he was just literally crazy, okay? And then he probably started believing all this crap, because he was living it 24/7. So once, you know, he started doing massive amounts of drugs on the daily, I could see how that could really get mixed up, and you start, you know. But there's a picture of LRH at his desk with long hair, long fingernails, black teeth. You know, he obviously hasn't bathed in a week. And there's bottles, prescription pill bottles everywhere, and 700 cigarettes in the ashtray. I've known drug addicts, okay, and plenty of them, and ain't none of them were getting shit done. You show me how you could do a bunch of heroin and write a couple books. I don't buy it. I think he had a hell of a lot of help at the end there. The last, I think, probably 4 or 5 years. I doubt he did much of anything except, you know, spit up on himself. Okay, yo-yos. I don't recall what religion, maybe, but I heard of hungry ghosts, and for alcoholic person passes and then their spirit is not able to get alcohol. They attach to a living body at a bar. So I don't know. Hi, Curious Wendy. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I'm just not buying the fact that he was still getting things done. I would imagine the last 3 years of his life, 4 years of his life, he was just nodding off every 15 minutes and shitting himself. I mean, that's my honest belief. You see that picture of him I'm talking about, and it's not synonymous with getting things done. That's what I'm saying, Jen. Get your own damn drugs. I never agreed to share my drugs with any BTs. Yeah, that's a whole new meaning to puff, puff, pass. What kind of beer was it, Magnus? I heard they like IPAs. They're not real big on the light beer, but I could be wrong. Wow. That shit is so heavy, man. Love Maddie. Eric, did you hear Natalie said she'll give PTs a home and that they get a bad rap? Oh, okay, Magnus. It was a dark local, but yeah, they're loving that. I got you handled there, CLS. Just say those voices that you made up, those voices in your head, and you're not going to do it anymore. Look at all these open windows. I gotta do some more right here. Sieglin. Robert Von Young went to the ranch when LRH kicked off. Hubbard was in bad shape. I knew RVY and trust him completely. You can go, yeah. I hate it when my BTs have to take a leak, because once they break that seal, man, it's like every 5 minutes I'm back running to the restroom. Yeah, Jen, LRH's teeth had me quit smoking instantly. My dad smoked Cools. Too gross. Yeah, I can't even fathom 6 packs a day. Damn. You know, his hands and his clothes, everything had to stink so bad. And he was world famous for having the worst breath in the history of man. I like your job. You can park anywhere you want to. That's awesome. Who's going to tow the tow truck driver? Yeah. Oh, yeah, isn't that great? Perfume. I forgot about that. Yeah, in Scientology, you can't wear cologne or perfume. No kind of smell good. Drinking game. You can't rock any smell good, because it'll re-stimulate some nonsense. You know, so if you smell like feet, ass, and cigarettes, you know, that's not going to re-stimulate anything. Sieglin, that's such a great point. I forgot about. And BO is a thing. It really is a thing. These, you know, they don't have a chance to do anything. And they got, you know, you have 2 shirts, 2 pair of pants. Seriously. Oh, thanks, Dr. Mark. Thank you for sharing and expanding my knowledge. Yeah, that like I can't tell you guys. Yeah, yesterday was like if I was wandering through the desert, okay, the Sahara, and you know, I somehow figured out how to follow some donkey to water here and there and stayed alive for a few weeks. It was like seeing someone who knew what I was talking about, talking to someone like that, it was just crazy. and to know someone else, you know, was going through that crap after I did just has me really steamed. I mean, like I said, that these are the people we're saving, you know. I can't treat them like shit. I mean, even though 20% are going to deserve being treated like shit, I just can't treat anyone like shit knowing that that's me. You know, if I believe these were all bad people, I would actually not be here at all, because I would say, hey, you guys got what you deserved. You know, last laugh is mine. If I honestly thought that all these people were shit, I could understand still trying to keep people from coming in, new people, but I don't even think I would care. I think I would just wash my hands of it. But it's just, you know, it's Natalie and Aaron and everybody else. And they all somehow got out of here, so, you know, why wouldn't that apply to everybody? Two sandwiches, no. They got no air conditioning. They got no air conditioning, no heat, no nothing. Look at what Choctology does to your fingers. Can't even work this damn camera. Okay. Michelle and Reese, do you think that if SOB wasn't at the top, he would have blown by now? I mean, absolute power seems to corrupt absolutely. And this is a place where there's absolutely no repercussion. So, under those same rules, I wouldn't doubt a whole lot of people would follow in his footsteps. You know? Because, you know, think about it. If there was any possibility of repercussion, SOB would never have done anything. He's obviously a complete and total candy ass, or he wouldn't be striking people he knows, you know, couldn't strike them back. In fact, if he wasn't the world's biggest candy ass, he would say, hey, you know, meet me in my gym or whatever, and let's settle this. No, he just punches you in the face. And then throws you in the shit house in the hole, because he knows you can't do anything, and he's got 7 security people right there. It's a joke. I guarantee you, if SOB would have got tossed around just one time and suplexed off the balcony onto his dome, he'd have been the nicest person ever after that. I promise you. Yeah, you're right, Fluffer. My fingers are blazing red. I just can't use that chalk holder because it just, I can't get the little pieces out. It's, you know, you guys forget I was born into this. I'm helpless. Love Maddie. He doesn't. He would be a Grant Cardone type. My understanding is that his mom and dad called him Hitler when he was a child. I think Grant Cardone's, you know, he's a better bullshitter, you know, than Davey is. He's just not very smart, you know. Sue Irwin, what do you think your parents and sister are thinking as they watch you from above? I think they just love me to death. And, you know, they want me to be proud of me. I think they'd be standing up and applauding this. Oh, wow, Rachel, that's genius. Water will dissolve the chalk from your holder. I'd have just bought another holder because, like I said, I'm not too bright. Yeah, I need to get a glove. I mean, like I said, I'm not like next level yet, you know. She just read it. She stopped, came back and read it. Oh, nice. Boneless pancakes, Dr. Mark. I mean, keep in mind, I knew a ton of Sea Org members when things were 50 times better than they are today. And, you know, most of them were miserable, but they could still at least stay in you know, in cigarettes. I mean, now a pack of smokes is like 10, 15 bucks or something. So you get paid, you can have what, 2 packs of smokes and a cheeseburger? Yeah, I don't think it's going to be, you know, I don't think it's going to be anywhere near as difficult to get these people moving as it was Natalie and Aaron. I think only the people that have done an enormous amount of harm to others and knew they were doing it, those are the only ones who are not going to leave here. And, you know, they'll be kicking and screaming because they know karma is a bitch, otherwise known. Otherwise known as the overt motivator sequence. But those 20% of people, I can tell you, I don't care what happens to them. And I mean that. Not until, and you know what, even after everyone, all the other 80% are taken care of. I don't care. I'll leave them hanging in the breeze. I don't give a crap. Love Maddie. Yeah, used car salesman. Yeah, something like that. I could see. I think SOB little Davy would have been working at like Sofa King mattress or something, you know. I could see him selling mattresses. Unless a suit gets him. Unless some lawsuits get him, I don't think he can be got, because he's just got too much money, and you know how America works, you know. You know, they could write a couple checks for $500 million and get out of any damn thing. Yeah, I don't think I've thought about this a whole bunch, and I just don't understand. I don't see a way. Their assets have appreciated so dramatically in the last 30 years. Money is just not going to be an issue. So, but they can't keep the scam going without people. And you already saw how they got to rob Peter to pay Paul, take this guy from there and this person from there, just to make a failure like Austin work for a couple weeks. I agree, Magnus. I can see SOB doing ads for cigarettes. Well, they could just start hawking buildings left and right, and I mean, there's no end. I mean, think about just the loan. They could get. There's no end to the money. Forget about it. Like I said, money is not something. It's not the problem. Having bodies to run this scam is the problem. And if people want to take their lives back and they decide they might want some happiness, or at least a chance to smile before they die, they're going to get the hell out of here. And, you know, the effect of losing someone really important to you is devastating, you know, because you rely on each other in a place like this. This is no different than C Block at Folsom. You know, this is, you finally got a great celly, you know, he leaves, your life goes upside down. Everyone in here has 2-3 good friends. What is a mortuary? Is that like a mortuary? Dr. Mark, when you talk to us in chat and get with the group, including Laura Sturgeon, Tori, can you feel like it appears that that it is healing you and make you feel better? Absolutely. Well, I mean, this is just a business. I mean, they all have posts, you know, and divisions that they're part of. Some deal with, you know, delivering the BS tech. Some are, you know, recruiting. There's the auditing areas, the people who take care, and you know, the case supervisors. Everyone has a job, and more than one, and a lot of responsibility. And I promise you, they've never been treated worse. So, T-Ray, I do not know if they have a place where they take people who pass. I do not know that. Jen Sell says, I'm afraid of reluctance to leave being some false indicator of guilt. And don't forget, I don't know if you guys heard me yesterday, but there's a policy called leaving and leaves that states clearly, if you tell anyone you want to get out of here, you could be declared. The only person you can tell if you're in the Sea Org that you want to get out is the ethics officer, who's going to then just kick your ass. So no one's going to do that. Well, one thing the government does tend to do when they see you reeling, they like to take a piece of you. So I could see a lot of things going wrong. But our win has nothing to do with Miscavige. It just has to do, like I say, you need people. I don't believe there's such a thing as a happy Sea Org member at all, even momentarily any longer. And think about this. The world at large is finding out more and more about this last 3 months, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger as the word gets out. People are going to want this crap out of their neighborhood, They're going to feel this swell, and I promise you they already do. What is DOA and MD doing? Where are they? Are they still in the same spots? Because I thought I would have seen them by now. Is DOA just taking a nap or something? I know he put in a hard 12 hours yesterday, so he deserves to go to sleep. Is he still at the cafe or whatever? All right. Look who's here. All right.
You out here, man.
Absolutely. Nice to see you, brother.
Likewise, man. I like that. You be out here, man. You be putting in the hours.
Read that one from up there so your people can see that one.
Yeah, I'll go right now.
That's my favorite one so far.
Yeah.
I see a lot of windows opening up because it's so hot.
Yeah.
And I swear I saw someone do one of these. I know they can't let anyone know. They'll be in serious trouble, but there's a policy called leaving and leaves that the Sea Org that they read that states clearly that if you want to leave the Sea Org and you tell anybody, you can immediately be disconnected. Yeah, it's a done deal. The only person you can tell is the ethics officer, who's going to kick your ass. That makes no sense.
Yeah. Like physically or mentally?
No, well, immediately you're going to do a security check that's going to go for hours and hours. They're going to find out who you've been speaking to, who's suppressive that's on your lines, and it's going to be misery. So no one's going to go tell the ethics officer that. Yeah. And what I was telling the chat was, I was telling the chat that it's only going to take a couple people like to get this ball rolling. It's like the smallest prick in an aerosol can is all you need, you know. And if you could look inside here, you'd see 5 3-story, you know, bunk beds. You'd be 5 of them in a room.
Yeah.
So it's going to smell like feet and ass, and you can see there's no air coming in. They got no air. They got no air conditioning, no heater, nothing. Okay? You got a foot locker that you can put a Snicker bar in and your 2 pair of pants. What happens, like, there's no way you don't feel, if you had, like, let's say you had me and DOA and Selfless and you
And William.
and Lara and, you know, in one of these rooms. You take DOA out, right? You can't feel that. You're going to be like, what the hell happened?
Right.
And we're going to be like, oh, shit, did he bail? I heard he dipped.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like a chain effect.
yeah. And now, because everyone in here has like 2, 3 friends that they can confide in. And that's it.
Yeah.
You deal with hundreds of people, but you'll find 2, 3 people, you know. And it'd be like you and Jessica, you know, have been in here 25 years. And you guys only tell each other certain things. And that's nobody else. Because this is North Korea at its finest.
Yeah.
So, but then all of a sudden, like I say, Jessica ain't there. You're going to be like, dude, that's your whole...
Yeah.
The effect that would have on you would be devastating. And then you'd go, you know what? Let me get the hell out of here. And I know it's the only way we could take them down. Like, what everyone is doing is wonderful because we need everyone to do what they feel is important. And I love stopping new people from getting in, and that's what everyone's doing. And they're doing a brilliant job of it. No new people are going to come in here with everyone doing what they're doing. It's fantastic. But I want to bring this son of a bitch down. And that's only going to happen. It's only going to happen if we get the staff out.
Right.
And it's only going to take 4 or 5% of those people to come out and create an absolute avalanche. Absolute avalanche. Because you can't do this without your celly. You can do 40 years with the right celly. You know, if you're in Folsom, C block, you know, you get the right guy, you can hang in there. Once that person's left, your strength is gone too. And your ability to hang. And they've never been more mistreated. It's never been worse. I knew people who were miserable every second of their life when this was 50 times better.
How many years were you in it?
I was born in it.
Damn.
So, but I mean, from 78 to like 92, this place was rocking. I mean, it was bumping.
Yeah.
And
Tori said it was fun back in the day.
it really was. There was like you know how the best way I could describe it would be how it's such an amazing feeling. Like yesterday, I was out here with Lara interviewed me, and just talking to her and having someone understand all my bullshit, you know, who went through the same abuse as a kid, and how devastating that is. But to have someone understand is incredible. And then Tori came out of nowhere, and now I was chilling with her and hear her, and it just felt so good. Okay, imagine if we had 300 people like us, you know, all chilling. Yeah. That's how it was back in the day, right? And like in 88 or 82 or something, like we would have everyone would have walked 3 people wide from AO to the garage, and would have said hi to everybody. You know,
you can't even do that.
Now the 17-year-old that you spoke with is the only person who had the courage to speak with us. You know, 17-year-old. You know, and it took courage for him to do that, believe it or not.
And even he starts to realize different things that, you know, whatever they told him are lies or whatever, because we let him know, you know. So it can't be all positive in there.
My heart dropped for that kid when you hit him with and it was perfect timing. You're like, uh-oh, they're coming to get you. And
I knew already.
I was like,
I've seen it 100 times.
because he knows. He's like, oh shit, he got me. He got me.
I told you.
I mean,
what else could I say, you know?
that was devastating knockout blow. And it's such a horrible feeling, you know. But we have so many personalities that we rely on to survive this place. So when you're seeing someone come out and they flip you off or they like act unaffected or whatever they're acting like, that's just a BS personality, that a front that we
like
put
a
up.
Barrier.
Yeah. Because you need that to survive here.
Yeah.
You know, you have to always act like everything is good when things couldn't be worse. And when I was at my most miserable, you never would have saw me break, even at 9, 10. That's how hard the conditioning is, you know.
They also see us as like lower individuals, right? They look down on us, right?
Yeah. They think that the funny thing is, they would say you can't confront anything. And you're literally in the middle of the street saying, any one of you, come on, talk to me. Yeah. Anybody, top to bottom. You're the one who can confront. They can't confront anything. But
they think.
They
I don't know what they think. I mean, that's why they're here too.
I mean, it's hope is what you're missing when you're here, and it's a deadly thing because you rely without even knowing it, like subconsciously you rely on hope for so many times for things. Like as long as there's the tiniest chance you could get out, like it can keep you sane. Once you have no hope, like that's why everyone sees the bad posture and everyone's staring at the ground. That's what happens when you don't have hope.
It might have been weird it's just random for me to think, but I was thinking maybe a good thing for one of them would be to go to jail or so, because then they will start thinking what they are having. Like, I mean, I know jail is much more different, but then at the same time they're not being told what to do or like somebody on them. You know, it might be even freer than this.
Well, you know how that's a great example because jail has rules, right?
Yeah.
And let's say you go to the state pen, they're going to tell you, okay, here's the rules. You got to hang with your own and whatever, and you know. But you're going to know the rules within 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. And they stick to those rules, even amongst thieves and criminals of the highest order. They'll stick to those rules. Here, like you're supposed to be protected if your statistics are up in a good range, you know.
Yeah, there's no statistics in jail, right?
Right. Here, even when your statistics are up, if you somehow make them go up because the range is low, they're going to say, okay, you're still in this condition down here. You're always fighting to get into a higher condition. It's a mind F that's unbelievable. And they'll throw you in liability where you have to then go to everybody, and over half the people have to allow you back in. And that's why I think we're going to get them. People are going to have a horrible day. They're going to be going through this BS for the 100th time, being mistreated. They haven't smiled or laughed or loved in so long they can't remember. Yeah. And then they're going to be sent out here to tear down the 700 posters DOA just put up.
Yeah. I mean, let me tell you, the time we were in Hollywood, I mean, I know these are the people that, you know, they're handing out the flyers all day in Hollywood Boulevard, 24/7, Christmas, Thanksgiving, every day. I mean, we would tell them and they will have like days of breakdown, but honestly, I didn't see those people getting out because they're just so, whatever they're thinking, like that's what they think.
I promise you.
But they all had a breakdown though. They all had a breakdown one day. All of them, every single person in there had a breakdown. That was the thing. And they didn't get out. I mean, they're still in there, but
it's all a facade, I promise you. But they can keep that facade because they've done so much training to do that. And to develop those personalities. And the mind control, it's so dangerous because like L. Ron Hubbard on purpose, every course that you take, the first 6, 7 courses on the bridge are specifically designed to slowly acclimate you to doing things you don't want to do and to making others do things they don't want to do. Yeah. And it's a slow burn. And everything's for the greatest good, so it's okay to do Chris wrong because it's going to help the place, you know, the religion so you can justify. And he gives you all these. L. Ron Hubbard has all these like takeaways where everything ends up being your fault, no matter what. Yeah, so before you know it, your self-esteem is shit, you know. But it's slowly creeping down and you don't even really realize it. And then everyone you know is in the same position as you, so absolute psychosis seems normal. Like you may have read before, like if like a perfectly normal person, I put you in a psych home. 3-4 months, you're going to be acting like a freak. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
So you sort of take on a chameleon with this, you know. And if you ever step out of line or question anything, they hit you so hard you don't do it again. So that's what's happening. But it's all a facade because I went through it. I know. Laura will tell you. Serge will tell you. It's a facade, and it's ironclad. You know, you've been training this shit for years, so you get really good at it. You know, but it's 100% BS. You know, you're always just this far from coming unglued. And you may have heard Natalie talk and other people talk and Laura talk about, and me and everything, how you only get that couple minutes to yourself every day. Not even every day, but maybe right before you go to sleep and there's nobody, or you're in the bathroom and there's nobody, and you just try to breathe. You try to let because you know you're not what you're showing, but you're fronting so hard it's exhausting.
They're still human beings. They still have their up and down, so that's kind of the good thing about it too.
And I promise you, 8 out of 10 of the people in here are wonderful people, and that's why I'm trying to reach them. Just because it's no different. I'm trying to get Laura out of there. I'm trying to get me out of there. I'm trying to get Serge out of there.
You see yourself in there.
Totally.
Yeah.
So, you know, 8 out of 10 of the people in here are wonderful people. 20% of them need everything they're getting and 100 times worse because they're knowingly doing horrible shit to people, knowing that it's wrong, and they're doing it anyway. And I don't excuse that. I don't care anyone's opinions. I have my opinion. Like, you know, my first video was about Render being a piece of crap, so I didn't waste any time getting to that. I don't care if he's best friends with whoever. I don't care. Yeah. To me, you can't just be Darth Vader and all of a sudden be like, we're all good now. You know, I got out of the Empire. Dude, don't worry about it. I ain't wearing that mask no more. I ain't buying that. You could buy it from Laura and me because we didn't do anything to anybody. We were victims, you know. But if you're perpetrating, I don't give you a pass. You know, that's what the Nuremberg trials were about. Oh, it was an order. Bullshit. You know, evil people follow evil orders. You wouldn't do it. Here's $1 million. Go hit that lady in the back of the head with a pipe. You're like, what are you, nuts? There ain't no way. Billion, trillion. You got to live with yourself. So I don't forgive. And it's the people in that building, a huge amount of pieces of shit.
AO?
Yeah. Because those are the people who have gone OT and know it's BS and still taking your money. You know? And what do they tell you when OT1 you get no gains? Oh, don't worry. People say it all the time. OT2 is when you'll... And then it's just a parlor trick until you get to OT8. You learn nothing, and then you never hear from those people again, or they commit suicide. You know, this is a deadly serious game. But I would not be here taking 2 seconds of my time if I didn't believe 8 out of 10 of the people in here are great people. They're stuck.
Yeah, they're in a cult.
Well, you got 11 cents in your pocket. You tell me if you don't know, you never had a job, you've been here 30 years.
Yeah, you don't know any better.
I knew people that didn't have social security number. You know, they never rented an apartment. They never had a job. Yeah. And then you're supposed to leave here. Where do you go? What do you do? You know, so.
They're in debt too, right?
God, yeah. And they think they got to pay that back. But there's always a line. There's always a demarcation line where you cross it and things, it'll break you, you know. It'll snap you out of that. And I'm really, I could be wrong, but this is the only way I think this place has so much money. It's wonderful. Every time you keep someone from going in there, you save a life. Yeah. So it's the greatest thing you could do, and it needs to be done all day. But I want this place to crumble, and the only way it can crumble is if they don't have the staff. Like, I don't know if you saw, they had to take people from all over just to make Austin go, right? Yeah. And that ain't gonna last long.
They reuse all their members. I've seen that.
Yeah. So it's not gonna take long before. I mean, they're already hurting. So he can't keep running the real estate scam with no staff. So, but yeah, that's what I'm hoping I reach at some point. And I don't care if it's pure luck. I don't care how it happens. You know, like I said, I already envisioned in my head, like the guy had a horrible day. He was in the condition of liability. He's begging people to get back into the group. They're treating him like shit, screaming and yelling at him, and then they say, and go wash the sidewalk, you downstat bastard. And then the guy's gonna read what you're about to read and go, fuck this. And he'll get the strength for 2 seconds to run in DOA's van and say, let me out of here.
Is it now, guys? William's having a breakdown right now? I'll go make them fully have it. They're saying William is yelling at people today. What you were just talking about right now.
Which is great. You have to do that to keep new people.
Back. They're saying he's having a breakdown right now.
What, William?
Yeah, I think so.
Where?
I think in the front.
You're kidding.
You're gonna leave your chair here, or?
He's having a breakdown. Oh shit.
I think I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, go ahead.
You wanna?
I'll kick it here.
You wanna? Yeah, I'll come back. But you wanna shout yourself out? Or?
Oh, Eric Rader.
Eric Rader.
BS Incinerator. But yeah, Eric Rader. You can find me on YouTube, and I'm just trying to put a fork in this place.
Yeah. We all, with a grain of salt, we can all, take it down.
But I love the fact that you are doing it the way you do it. We need every last thing that anyone can bring, and it's going to be a combination of that crazy stew that makes this work.
Yeah, I already told them to stop their music, or else I'm gonna make my own song. I already told them.
Oh, I didn't tell you this.
They stopped, right? They stopped the music.
I was telling my chat a couple of days ago. I couldn't stop laughing. I watched it like 5 times in a row on yours. Yours started out where you were in your car, right? And then you came out of your car, and this is right when I tuned in, and you go, whoa.
Yeah, I'm just something else.
You like your brain exploded. You're like, I can't take this song. Well, you just immediately started going, whoa.
Yeah, we're all characters here. I feel like we all.
Oh shit, that was funny. Oh man, I love it.
No problem. I'll take a spin.
Okay.
I'll say hi to DOA too.
Awesome. Is DOA on that side?
Yeah. He's all the way at the end.
Oh, okay.
You see the black thing right there in the sidewalk?
Okay.
Yeah, he's right there.
Nice.
Yeah. I think you got the other corner.
We got him surrounded. He's so cool. Thank you, Sieglin. I appreciate you. Oh, Love Maddie, I bet you're right. Yeah. No, T-Ray, I think she's fine. Thank you to my mods. You guys are amazing. Yeah, T-Ray. Shelly was seen in the city over where she's bunked up. she's not a prisoner. She could leave if she wanted to. I think she's probably happy as hell to be away from Dave. All right, 100 likes. Super duper. Man, we got them surrounded. We got Chris going around, MD up there, DOA down there, and me right here. Surrounded. And just because people put on that facade doesn't mean that whatever we said to them isn't going to hit them later, okay? But you work this, like I said, like a North Korean parade, you know, you got to be jumping up and making, you know, rah, 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 or you get in trouble. So you're going to always put on a super show that, you know, you're unaffected or you're yawning or you don't care or, you know, they're above the fray. But believe me, that's not what they're thinking. That's the front. Have you guys noticed that drinking van hasn't drinking van? The drinking game van. It hasn't made many trips today. That's sort of exciting. Like wild stallions. Way to go. I like that. Thank you so much, Fluffer. I hate it when it's the UK and Sweden bedtime. I love having you guys here, but I know you need to get some sleep. But I love having you guys be able to be here live, the replay crew too, you know? You guys are so awesome. Hi, Jezebel. Fluffer is amazing. I think she's the mod for 200 channels. All right. Looks like some video and some trash tech. Hi Maria, hi Cara. Thank you so much. Thank you for stopping by, Magnus. It's always great to see you. Oh, A-Girl's going to bed too? Hi, Maria. Hi, Maria. That was my idea with the early Saturday morning thing, live. I thought all the replay crew could actually see something at a regular time. Hi. Thank you, Maria. I appreciate that. And for anyone new, feel free to look at my lives, and any one of them that does not have a, something blue, any one of them that doesn't have a Scientology building in the background, is actually alive with me explaining from the very beginning, from the personality test itself onwards, basically your first year or two in this, and how it gets you and how they trap you. And I put it in real easy to understand ways. So if you were interested in that, feel free to go through those. Go to the oldest one first, and you'll see like pictures of the park, or Griffith Park, or the observatory, whatever. Anything that's not a Scientology building, click on that one, and that's me going over the courses, what they call the bridge to total freedom, which is actually the bridge to total chaos. Gail, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Love Maddie, does my chair have a sling? Yeah, I can put it in the case and then, yeah, boom. Oh, thank you, Maria. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Selfless. Yeah, I picked him well. Thank you, Love Maddie. But for anyone new, feel free to check that out. I'm going to get some help and figure out how to do this playlist. Because don't forget, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm learning as I go. Treasure, does Liz Ferris know which location her dad is in? I don't know. Yeah, so for those of you in the LA area or anywhere near, May 4th is a gig that Laura and Selfless will be at the Viper Room. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be sold out. Jen, Eric, it was awesome watching you talk yourself into streaming when you came out and spoke with Selfless and DOA. No, actually, that's just the effect Selfless had on me. I came out strictly to acknowledge everyone. I was like, I could not sit and watch one more second of any of it and not tell people how much it mattered to me. And I was blown away that Never Ends were doing this, because the way I looked at it, you were doing it for me. And then he was just so cool and so supportive. And I mean, you talk to Selfless and DOA, they're so positive, they make you think you can float home. Thank you, Super Pup. It's great to have you on this ride. Yeah, but to finish up with you, Jen, on that question, I don't. I could say with very, very little doubt that I never would have done this without Selfless and DOA's approach. And they made me believe this was something I could get done. And you know what? I felt like, on top of it, I almost felt like I had to do it. Like I went from, 1 subscriber, which I figured I would probably be I would top out at around 1 or 2 subscribers. I had like 300 subscribers in, 6 minutes or something. So I was like, oh, crap. Then I felt way more obligated. But even then, like, this was getting tough to do. Because it was hard to be around here. It's getting a lot less hard to be around here. Like, I've just taken it back. Because I feel so good when I leave, But yeah, Selfless and Laura, May 4th at the Viper Room. I bought the first ticket. It's going to be sold out. You're going to see like Sting trying to get in. Yeah, it's weird. I've never seen windows open before here. And there's a whole bunch of them. Must be getting hot. You know? Must be burning up in here. I mean, the one good thing about, if there is a good thing about growing, you know, being born into some nonsense like this, and you know, growing up in Hollywood, I can smell BS from a mile away. And it shouldn't take anyone, you know, more than about 4 minutes to know selfless is as real as it gets, and DOA is no joke. And they could have given me, you know, 2 seconds of attention, and I'd have been fine with that. I was literally here just to convey my thanks, you know. And that was going to be the end of it, so I could at least keep watching. But, you know, for someone to care about my story, you have to understand, you think your story is worthless, you think your past was worthless, you know, when it has to do with this place, because there's just nothing worth saving. Nothing worth saving. So you don't think you don't think you can help anyone with that, right? It's a void. Thank you, Rachel. Yeah. We're going to win this thing. And it's going to be harder than we think, and easier than we think. I just think we have all of our bases covered, and this thing's only getting bigger and better. And the truth is on our side. Let's Jenga some Thetans, eh, girl? All right, yeah, let's send good vibes to Maria so that she feels better and is stronger than ever. Isn't that amazing? So gross. Isn't that weird? Like, they're allowed to, I guess, put the window open, like, 6 inches, and then there's a little hole that I guess the air is supposed to come through, or maybe that's hooked up to an air conditioner, like a mobile air conditioner. I don't know. This is really strange. Look at this. What the hell? What is that? Window fan, eh? Okay. Some of them have 2 dots. Like, look at that. I mean, you can't just open your damn window. Could you imagine? You're boiling hot, and you got it. The only air you can get is, oh God, is your own regurgitated sock odor. Oh man. Yeah, Jen, I sort of think that's sort of how this went. Like, drinking. You know, it's so hard for me to put this into words because I just never thought this would ever happen. So I would have thought I would have won the lotto twice before I could talk to someone who understood, you know, all that pain, or could make heads or tails out of it, let alone someone else who went through it. And I feel absolutely horrible that someone had to do that after me. But I mean, you can see watching Surge, you know, those excuses that Mike Rinder has. I got some swampland for you. I give you a discount on the OT levels if you believe he didn't know about the stuff he says he didn't know about. Get out of here. You gonna tell me the head of CIA or Mossad or whatever doesn't know what's going on? Get out of here. And he just so happened to be doing something else. He just so happened to not know about, you know, anything having to do with children. Okay. Yep. Well, thank God they got some here. Good Lord. I mean, wouldn't it be nice to open the damn window? In 2 seconds, they could air the thing out. It's got to smell like Fremunda cheese in there or something fierce. And 90% of them don't have that. So, yeesh. But yeah, I've been saying what Serge is saying since my very first video. Or second, one or the other. You're probably right, Love Maddie. Yeah, I believe you, Treasure. He knew. He's covering his ass so he doesn't go to jail. And by the way, I'm not saying for a second that I would have expected him to do this any different so he could get sued into oblivion. I get it. Okay? But he never should have been on any board. It's ridiculous. That's why the first comparison I ever made was, Darth Vader talking to the stormtroopers. Hey, if you want to get out, no problem. Just come to, Darth TV. Kiss my ass, I ain't going to Darth TV. And then, like I say, this is my opinion. I don't care if Serge and I are the only people on earth who even have this opinion. I'm not trying to change minds either. I'm just letting you guys know where I'm coming from. Serge talked about it at length. Everything is, you see everybody, everything. Time, place, form, and event. There is nothing you don't write up 6 ways from sundown and make sure everyone has 2 copies. So don't tell me you don't know nothing about it. If you would have said, I didn't really know, I wasn't really kept on the loop as much as I knew something was going on, but I was busy trying to, un-F SOB with whatever, and he told me I had to do this by Thursday, some kind of thing like that. But just to flat out go, I don't know nothing about it. Get out of here, man. Oh my God, Twyla, that is horrible. Oof. Hey, doggy. Twyla says, have you talked to Mike Brown? His mom, Rosemary Chickwalk, was in there elderly and failing health on bunk beds and then unable to go get her own food before they moved her to hospice care. Damn, that's brutal. And here's the other thing, okay? Mike always tries to act like he's this chill dude. You can't have the post he had and not have been screaming bloody murder. Every third word was 4 letters and hundreds of exclamation points an hour. There's no way he wasn't just giving everybody what he received. You know how that shit works. It goes from up top down, okay? So we never got to hear what he was doing, but it wasn't pleasant, okay? And I don't mean the victims. I'm talking about the people that were his cohorts. You got the Emperor and then you got Darth. That's why I never understood the show. Like, I love Leah, for coming out and doing what she did, and I don't propose that she has any clue about a lot of this stuff. They're treated with kid gloves, when you're a celeb. She's one of the only people I know that knows everything, though. She knows what it's like to be treated like crap and well. And I know he served a purpose on that show. But you would have thought the way his emotions were running that You would have thought it was the first time he heard of any of this crap. I would have been like, what are you crying about? You're the one who did this. And I'd be singing a different tune if he came out before he became the nail. When he was the hammer, he had no problem at all. As the nail, he didn't want any part of it. So that's why I don't give him a break. I hope he gets some help, and I hope he, turns it all around. But he shouldn't be on a board of anything. Anything. So what's MD and DOA doing? Okay. It's just a big square, Amy. Or a rectangle, I guess. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's up over by LA Day. Amy, I've walked you around the place many times. Amy, I watch on a small device. Yeah. That's just what it was known as. Yeah, LA Day is just the kid gloves. That's you know, that's where they hide the fact that they're absolutely insane. All right, I'm going to put my chair away and then go say hi to DOA. Maybe do one more run around the place, write some more crap, and call it good. Let's see. This is going to be so amazing when this starts working.
Crazy. So glad everyone's okay. We're all lucky now.
Okay.
Yeah, by the time it gets to close to 10, 9:45. Yeah. That's okay. But I was just checking, what are you guys doing after church on Sunday? Do. I wonder if any of what I wrote when I took my first roll around here, if they washed any of that off. Wow, they might have. Amazing. Oh man, poor dude's on oxygen and has to deal with this shit. Eesh.
If you'd like to know the end phenomena of OT8, I'll let you know for $6. Ain't gonna get a deal like this anywhere else. I mocked up my reactive mind, and I'm not gonna do it anymore. Isn't that great? And your body Thetans mocked up that case, so you're actually ready to know who you really are now. Save you some money. I was going to give him a deal. Thanks, Jen. Appreciate you. Hi, Tilty. Yeah, a lot of those holes they're blocked up. So I think very few people have the mobile air conditioner. Can't believe that dude didn't take me up on my green tag OT8 EP sale. Thanks, Sue. I burned through some chalk. Tell you what. Room raid. Cool. Hi, Brooke. Hi, Fuzzy. Hi, Paralyzed. Great to have you over here. Thank you, Brooke. Give the button to touch assist. Feel my finger. And here's another thing that made it hard as a kid. What is feel my finger, which is the command on a touch assist? What is that the closest thing to? Pull my finger. I would literally touch my sister and fart. And that was a way that was my joke, touch assist, and she'd get pissed. Feel my finger. And isn't it amazing, Brooke, that in that same 5 minutes that it would have taken, for your shin to feel better after smashing it into the coffee table, my touch assist and I take credit for it. You see how the pain is diminished? Oh, you mean like it would have if we did absolutely nothing? Yeah, I would tell my sister, I would touch her and say, pull my finger, and I would touch her and I'd fart. That was incredibly well thought out, amazing humor, cutting edge stuff, at 8, 9 years old. My sister didn't think it was very funny. I thought it was next level. J Bad. Xenu says, I love that. Xenu says, pull my finger. Pull my finger. And then you pull it and I go, flunk, you're out. Xenu says, pull my finger. I like it. Fuzzy pink handcuffs. I'm so grateful my three brothers did not know about the touch assist gimmick. MD Media, don't let Willie. Hey MD, what's going on, brother? Yeah, every time I walk around here now, I'm just gonna write cult every 10 feet just to give these people something to do. So they really got something to clean off. I'm like, why am I putting on these miles? So when I first get here, I'll do a couple loops, do a couple laps. And I mean, they didn't waste any time getting rid of the... I did it every 10 feet up to the top of the street here. But again, I mean, if you're forced to do menial BS work after you're treated like crap, it just helps you get out of here. That's all it does. Zeddy says, pull my finger. Hey, maybe farts are just body thetans getting out of there. Yeah, MD Media, you're awesome, dude. A maroon van, Grand Podology, okay. Yelling bad things, uh-oh. Yeah, love Maddie, that's it. I gotta say though, farts have always been funny. That never got old. But I love the Three Stooges too, so what does that tell you? Selfless says, maybe Xenu freezes you when you fart, and that's how he got everybody onto the DC-8s. I mean, doesn't that just sound like L. Ron Hubbard too? If you've read any of his stuff, like how lazy do you have to be to say, you know, all this 73 trillion years ago, all this bullshit, and then actually say they were in DC-8s and they all wore the same clothes and looked exactly the same as we do today. Get out of here, you lazy prick! Give me some new shit and make it good, like Battlefield Earth. I mean, what a lazy bastard. The DC-8 space plane. Huh? That's just next level laziness. Self-propulsion. Jan T. My ex used to say everyone loves the smell of their own farts. I think I could say I appreciate the smell, but I've definitely not been in love with them. You know, I think we all let one loose that, you know, gets us spinning just as well. I mean, a galactic, all-powerful dude has to put you in DC-8s. You know how many damn planes you need to get, a couple billion people? And then, how is he refueling these things to get all the way to Tegiak, which is what he calls Earth. Tegiak. What a dick. It's so funny to be known as the guy who wrote the most. Not the best, the most. Talk about meaningless. Now we have machines to transcribe everything while we talk, computers. I could just release a book every day of my yammering, and I could have him beat in a couple years. But I mean, he never let one thing ever, I don't think he ever threw anything away. I think he wrote it and then called it something. And it had to be a hell of a power trip, Hubbard Communications Office Bulletin, 12 December 1962. But he would make up, he'd make up some kind of bullshit. Just a horrible writer. But I always say, what proves how incredibly strong the mind control is, more than anything else, is that you will act like you got gains around other people who know you have no gains. I mean, that is just the antithesis of, that is the pinnacle of insanity. You're going to clap for me of my bullshit gains. That's nuts. Gains I don't have. Way to go, Eric. Quantity over quality of BS. That's absolutely right, Selfless. And can you imagine the ego you need to literally just start yammering for 2 hours and record every last bit of bullshit every single night? I mean, there's thousands of tapes. And it's like he forgets his point, 6 or 7 times. He would forget his point 6 or 7 times in a single tape. And you're just like, what the hell is he talking about? Hardest thing I ever had to do in Scientology was stay awake while listening to that shit. Wow. And by the way, for all the for OSA listening to this, I take it as a compliment that you get rid of my chalk while leaving other chalk up. That's pretty cool. Because you know mine is hitting hard. They do not need people reading my shit. And guess what? Even though you're going to erase it, it doesn't matter. Damage is already done, son. But they give us, you know, it's also nice of them to give us a fresh Etch-a-Sketch every day, you know. And they wouldn't, you know, they only do what they know they need to, because they're lazy and dumb. So, following LRH, so they don't even realize the damage is done. Yeah, right, Brooke. New love notes every day. Yeah, isn't that right? Good point, Amy. The antithesis of freedom. All right, troops. Let me see. I think I have that extra battery because I'm at 15%, and that ain't good. Nice. I don't even know how to make an Amazon wish list or where I would put it or how that works. I just got a PayPal and I know I'm supposed to get a Venmo or whatever. But, you know, all that'll come in time. I've brought in a grand total of $20 and I'm totally proud of it. Of course, I gave that away to 4 other streamers within a day of getting it. In another grip, but it's all good. Keep in mind, this is, you know, this is healing my ass too, so I'm getting plenty from this. But, you know, for anyone who wants to support, that's cool too, so I'm down. But right now, I still have like 800 hours I got to get of watch time. So if you guys really want to help me, put on one of my, you know, 3-hour deals, turn the volume off when you go to bed, you know, let me get those hours up. Because then I can get the super chats and all that stuff. So, but right now, that ain't how it's going to work. So, let's see. I haven't had anything online since MySpace. So, you know, Venmo and all that's just brand new to me. Get a buy me a coffee. Oh, okay. Thank you, Lana. No, Justice, this isn't my first day. I've been going at this. I've been hard in the paint now for more than a couple weeks, but that's still nothing compared to everybody else. Thank you, Brooke. That's really kind of you. I love that. Thank you so much. Check me out with the battery. Nice. Okay. Slick. Okay, I'll try to do this buy me a coffee thing. And then I'll try to do, I heard Venmo was easy. Or what is it called? The kids use cash something or something. I don't know. I'll figure that out. I can't even figure out how to put my playlist together. Oh, Cash App. I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah, the interview was selfless. It's, you know, it's just a meeting of the minds. Me thanking him and then him giving me the strength to look any further in this. Dr. Mark, you can just, like, literally, if you're, let's say you're gonna crash out, just click on one of my streams, you know, find the longest one, whatever, 2.5 hours, whatever they are, right? 3 hours. This one's what, 3 hours and 3.5 hours. Click this, turn the volume off so you don't have to hear it, and go to sleep. I'll get 3 hours credit because I need 800 more hours before I qualify to have, you know, members and all that kind of stuff. And what is it called? Super chats and all that. So that's a way you could help. But yeah, check out the interview with Laura yesterday. Oh yeah, and I always forget because I figure people are going to do it or they won't, but you know, feel free to hit the like button, and I guess that helps me too. Oh yeah, and I think comments are supposed to help. But check out the interview with Laura. It was really that was awesome. That was amazing. Thank you, Love Maddie. It was so weird to just be dropping Scientologies and, you know, have anybody know what the hell I'm talking about, let alone care. It was amazing. And it hit home so hard because she's gone through that stuff. Just like when I hear Surge, I mean, it's just a punch right in the face. Knowing that this crap was happening to kids after it happened to me is just, it's so gross. Thank you, Lenny. Thank you, A-Girl. Drinking game. Bottoms up. Let's give them something to do. All right. I think we did some good work today, gang. And get yourselves caught up on if you want to know how people fall for this and stay in it, because in the next day or two I'm going to show you what it takes to go clear. And that's a big crab sandwich. Yeah, it is, Brooke. It is. Chalk Tech is on fire. That's a great idea, Dr. Mark. Yes, Laura. All right. Laura. Rock star. Rock star. Well, now we know how to get Selfless back here after the next time he bolts. Like I said, I'm going to start a band and put his face on the flyer, and that way he's forced to come back. You book it, and he will come. I'm just curious if they already washed it off where people drive in and out in the driveway here. Because you think that would be like, nope. Nice. All right. Beautiful. Use the last bit of this chalk up. Yeah, I need an Amazon wish list for a glove. Thank God Rachel told me how to get rid of that chalk. Now that sticks out. I gave that like 4 run-throughs. Nice. I like it. Can you imagine calling yourself a church and you got like 450 cameras? You literally have more security people than parishioners. What a fucking joke. In the light. All right. I love you guys. I'm going to call it good. So yeah, if you want to help get those hours up, which is what I need, you know, when you go to bed, just turn the volume off on your phone, click on one of mine, and enjoy your sleep. Because I know I'll get credit for that. But the truth is, none of you owe me nothing, and I owe you guys everything. So I should be asking you, how do I send you guys support? That's the truth. That is the truth. I just feel like so much of the disgustingness that I feel from this place, you know, is gone. And you know, it just feels wonderful to sort of take back, you know, my sanity. And I do believe my mom and my sister are very proud. They're standing up and applauding. Thank you, Gail. Dr. Mark, Pink, Brooke, Love, Maddie, my mods, you guys are the greatest. My email is bsincinerator@gmail. Hi, Larry. Love, Maddie. Thank you guys so much. Brooke, Selfless, you are the man. Dr. Mark, thank you so much. All of you are so kind. I swear to God, you guys, I feel like Humpty Dumpty, you know, and you guys are putting my ass back together, and I can't tell you what it means. But you guys definitely are putting me back together. So I owe all of you so much. Thank you for being so amazing and, you know, making my world a better place. So I'll keep going at this hard in the paint. Love you guys very much. Please have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Be blessed, and I'll speak with you soon. Love you guys.